Alright guys, what is up? Lexa here. I am in the process of consulting with three other really good doctors. They're supposed to be the top doctors in the US. Several years ago, the doctor was just very dishonest with me, very rude after, very negligent, and it created a lot of problems structurally that left me battling not just an awful disease, but every time I go to take a breath, my nostrils just fight me, and my bones are severely crushed and denting in. They're fractured. There is a doctor, Dr. Guyuron. He's in Cleveland. I've heard about him, and I've heard about him because of Lorry Hill. She's like a YouTuber who's I think her job is to get plastic surgery. I'm not really sure. I'm not like, yeah, plastic surgery is cool. I'm not super into it. I'm not even that picky, but reading these reviews, even though he's like, technically supposed to be this wizard, number one plastic surgeon, and he's very experienced. He's been doing this for like 40 years. I'm concerned because these reviews, it's like, I'm very cautious about doctors. I'm very, very cautious. I know what I want. I know what I need. I'm very particular. If you can't deliver what I'm asking, I'm not interested because I've lived with this long enough. I've had enough doctors that I've consulted with, enough tests. I know what's going on. I know what I need. I know what I want. And if you cannot deliver that or you won't, we're not proceeding. I mean, you see from these reviews and from patients' experiences how they feel like their voices aren't heard and they're not listened to or respected. And I'm sorry, but that's not going to be me. You're not this god that's going to just, do whatever you want. It's a team thing. We work together. I pay you. It's like, I don't understand what is going on with these doctors, but I'm very tough, and you're not going to fuck with me. You're just not. I'm sorry. I hate that I have to have that attitude, and I'm sure doctors have that attitude towards patients, but like, this is where we're at. It doesn't need to be that way, and there's no reason that great, successful, 110% achievable outcome, there's no reason that it can't be a good experience. So I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, when I read the good reviews, some of them are really, really good, but they're vague. With this doctor, Dr. Guyuron. He's in Cleveland. So the good reviews are vague. They don't have photos, and that's what's concerning. And that's what I find actually with a lot of doctors is that the positive reviews don't have photos, which is interesting. Sometimes, people don't want to post. That's fine. I get it. But I feel like the good reviews are also vague, and that's another thing that's concerning because, when I go to leave a review, I'm real. It's very detailed. You can tell I'm a human being, or at least an intelligent human being. And the reviews that seem very real are the negative reviews. They're the ones that have updates. They have they're very detailed. And they're not just detailed, but they're concerning. A lot of the reviews are like, he's apparently done this to many people where he's left them with like this certain type of nose where it's bumpy looking or something. I'm not sure. Some people are saying he has a very awful bedside manner. Other people are saying that he does things that the patient and him did not talk about, like he doesn't listen to the patient or what they want, and he does things that they don't talk about. So when you want something done, he doesn't do it, and you don't want something done, he does it. And I don't like that at all. I don't like that a lot of these negative reviews are consistent and seem to be painting a similar picture because that deduces a pattern, and there's several negative reviews. And as somebody that has experienced the real world, I look at the negative reviews first. And like I said, I am inquiring with many doctors. I am very picky. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about at this point. I've visited enough doctors, and I'm not necessarily a perfectionist, but I know what I want and need to get this done and to move forward. But I obviously have like very valid concerns because I'm somebody that survived a really traumatic experience that's very unique, in that, it's not just that I'm like, my nose, I don't like the way it looks or something. It's that caused severe health issues. And so for me, my health needs, I need to be well in order to live. Like, I can't just continue to be sick and to struggle to breathe all the time. And my nose is very broken. It's very broken. It needs fixed, but I can't risk I can't risk this. I can't risk any kind of mess up, or everything has to be very planned and to the plan and very thought out and thorough and strategic. I'm not saying it has to be perfect, but I'm not going to be treated like any other dumb patient, because I'm not a dumb person. I'm not a dumb patient. After looking at those reviews, like I said, I always look at the negative reviews first, and then I look at the positive, but positive did not encourage me or seem authentic enough. And like I said, I know Dr. Guyuron's name because he has done some really difficult surgical cases. He's taken on a lot of revision cases, way worse than me, way worse. And like I said, I know him because I watched a video that Lorry Hill made about the fact that she had necrosis, and I even remember her being like, I should have been prescribed nitrogel and just all the things she should and shouldn't have done, and just, but reading these other girls' stories, it's like there's a slew of really botched patients, and if you're not mentally on top of yourself or mentally aware, and like don't have other things to focus on, like you can get sucked into this vortex of, like, I get it, some of them might be focusing on little things, but their stories are very long and detailed and have multiple negative things in them. And it's like, I don't know, it's concerning. And so I actually emailed the secretary and I said, hey, look, I'm a little bit concerned because I read some really, questionable reviews. I'm still willing to meet with him, but I want to make sure that this is as thorough and pleasant as possible. And I have many tests, many diagnostic reviews from doctors that I have, as well as photos in a Google Drive link. And in order to make this process more thorough, would Dr. Guyuron be okay with me sending that Google link? Because this is a very big deal for me, a very big step. This is huge. I'm not just going to be like another consumer. Like, you're not selling me a vacuum cleaner. This is life. I'm not just another consumer. This is life. I want a natural nose. I want it to like not be like this traumatic thing anymore, where it's like I had surgery and I'm always scarred by that. I want the scars gone. And so I guess I'm just curious if anybody on here, anybody in the world, has had a positive experience with Dr. Guyuron in Cleveland. If there's a rhinoplasty procedure that you've had with him, please reach out to me. If you know somebody that's had like a rhinoplasty, especially revision, because this is the second time that somebody's like literally opening me up. And although I know surgically what they would need to do in order to, I'm a very smart girl, and I just want to go and make sure. I'm consulting with many doctors. I've lived with this for 7 years. I know I need to like structurally get this fixed, because I can't keep walking around with shit in my nose all the time, and I can't keep constantly living like I'm a zombie who has COVID every day and like fucking sinus issues. No. But from the information I'm gathering on Realself, which is like the Reddit for plastic surgery, I'm seeing, negative reviews. And a lot of the time doctors will recommend these amazing surgeons to me that have a lot of bad reviews. So I'm wondering like what is going on and why. I'm still visiting with other doctors, obviously, but if anybody has had any positive or negative experience with Dr. Guyuron in Cleveland, please let me know, because I'm going to be consulting with him. Yeah, don't worry. I'm very hesitant, but I am open-minded because, you kind of have to be. When somebody's a good doctor, like, people aren't perfect. It's hit or miss. You can't please everybody. But that many people having that many consistent stories it's very fishy to me. And the fact that the positive reviews are very vague and don't have photos, and they're vague. They're very vague. I'm just curious, why. So I'm always sick, but I'm a little bit extra sick. But I just wanted to provide some screenshots from the reviews I looked at. If you want to go on Realself and look at them, I didn't have time to include the good reviews. There's a few, like I said, but they were vague and they're not all about the nose surge. But I found several, and if anybody has any opinions or experience with Dr. Guyuron, any opinions or even any doctors that you would recommend, drop them in the comments for me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we have to advocate for our own health, and our voices matter. We might not be doctors, but we know our situations the best. And yeah, if you have any thoughts, experience with this doctor, comments, please let me know. I would really appreciate it.